Hey everyone, Gilles Galland here to talk to you about anytime touchdown prop bets in the NFL. Since I am the anytime touchdown expert here at the Action Network, I wanted to share my approach on betting this market. NFL anytime touchdown prop bets, they might be the most fun type of bet to ever exist. It combines the fantasy element we love, but also provides immediate profits if researched. I bet this market exclusively and have been profitable for the last 3 seasons. So let's dive into the 10 simple rules I follow when betting NFL touchdown scores and the ways that I ensure long-term profitability and minimize my losses. Rule number 1, track your wins and losses. The average win rate when betting on touchdown scorers can be very humbling. It's a volatile market with a lot of swings, but it can also be very rewarding to track the wins too. I like using the Action app because it offers an easy way to track all of my bets in one place. And with the Bet Sync feature, any bet I make on an eligible sportsbook will automatically show up in my app. Whether you use pen and paper, spreadsheet, or a bet tracker app like the Action app, you need to track your weekly touchdown bets. It's important to see your successes and failures to know if you need to adapt your strategy. Rule number 2, profits and ROI are greater than win percentage. Even the top bettors consistently betting touchdown prop markets, myself included, hit at 30 to 35% by the end of the season. But with touchdown prop odds being higher compared to traditional sides and totals, like at minus 110, you could still profit long-term at that win rate. Don't let win percentage be your primary metric for success. Rule number 3, be realistic and manage your expectations. If you go into an NFL season thinking you're going to win 50% or more of your touchdown prop bets, you might need to get your urine checked. You need to approach touchdown prop markets more like a hitter in baseball than Shaq at the free throw line. And with realistic expectations for yourself, you could prepare for the highs and lows of betting this market and properly celebrate your wins when they eventually occur. Rule number 4, less is more. I know it could be hard, but don't bet every touchdown angle you can justify or manifest in your head. Sportsbooks have access to a lot of the same information and have these factors and narratives already baked into the odds. Some may hit, but a lot are going to fall flat. Try to limit yourself to 2 to 3 touchdown prop bets per primetime game, and this way you won't destroy your bankroll if one game doesn't go your way. Rule number 5, less bets for week 1 and week 2. It'll be 207 days between Super Bowl 56 and the first game of the 2022 season. And after a long offseason, I understand the urge to want to bet every angle. But before you know it, you'll have 10 units on touchdown scores for a primetime game, and this is way too much. Betting FOMO is real, but remember, you still have 21 weeks to make a profit. Don't put yourself in an early hole you can't climb out of. Rule number 6, research, research, research. There is a ton of data out there to help you with your touchdown prop bets, but not all stats are created equal. Of course, traditional stats like targets and receptions are important to research when betting on a wide receiver touchdown prop, but you need to consider other factors like the routes run and the type of routes, red zone targets, cornerback matchups, overall target share, and who's throwing the ball. For example, Texans wide receiver Brandon Cooks, an amazing wide receiver. He had 12 catches and 19 targets in 2 games versus the Indianapolis Colts last season. But it was a bad matchup because the Texans offense was anemic, only got in the red zone once, and scored 3 points total. You need to factor in more data than just the surface stats. Rule number 7, use odds comparison tools. NFL touchdown score odds can vary heavily from sportsbook to sportsbook. The best example is backup quarterback Taysom Hill with the New Orleans Saints. With his goal line scoring capability, his anytime touchdown odds can range from plus 250 to plus 500 on a given week, depending on the sportsbook. And one of the best ways to compare odds is using the Action app. The app has an odds comparison tool to help you quickly compare anytime touchdown odds between sportsbooks and find the best value. By using the Action app and having multiple sportsbook accounts, this will ensure you get the best odds, and it could be a true difference maker for long-term profits. Rule number 8, don't parlay touchdown bets. Look, this one may ruffle some feathers, but you have to treat parlays like junk food. It's okay for a treat, but it can't be your whole diet. If you're betting touchdown scores, keep parlays to a minimum with low stake. Touchdown bets are already volatile because any player can leave the game on any play. Save yourself the heartbreak of a losing parlay from injury. Rule number 9, avoid straight bets on players with minus odds. If you're betting touchdown scorer props regularly, single betting players with minus odds is not a recipe for success. There's only an average of 30 to 35 players per week with minus odds. One of those players that was routinely minus odds was Indianapolis Colts running back Jonathan Taylor. Now, Taylor is a fantastic fantasy asset. He led the NFL in touchdowns last season, but he had minus odds in 14 of 17 games, and he ended up finishing as just the 28th most profitable touchdown scorer in 2021. There's so much value elsewhere for touchdown scorers. Don't get caught up in betting faves. Rule number 10, keep your cool. Touchdown score betting isn't for the faint of heart. You will lose a lot. But if you get tilted from a loss, you're probably betting too much or you're not being realistic with yourself. Some games just don't work out, and even the best NFL offenses only average 3.7 touchdowns per game. Keep your emotions in check. Don't get too high. Don't get too low. And most importantly, have some fun. For some watching this, these rules might almost seem like common sense. However, some of you may be making bets for the first time this NFL season, so start your betting career off right and use these rules to give you a foundation for best practices. If you liked this video and you found it helpful, make sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow me, Gilles Gallant, on the Action Network website and app for more NFL bets and analysis. Bonne chance.